it's almost where's Waldo with Chris Jones. He's inside, he's left, he's right. This time he against Mike McGlinchey. Bull rush just pushes him back in to Bo Nix.
Hey, you watch Hutchinson right there. Rarely does he line up on the inside, but incredible spin move. He's got so much variety in his pass rush game.
You're going to try to block Khalil Mack from the backside.
Arm through, and nothing Allen can do about that. Right down the middle. Holy cow.
Jeffrey Simmons has just been dominant this year. Mike McCoy said if they had won more games.
It's in his nature that he's just not going to take a sack, which is great.
Off of his speed and getting to the edge. From there, he can go with power. He goes with the
out of his hands.
And right away, they're concerned about trying to keep Herbert protected.
Yeah, well, finally, the backup tackle got taken advantage of. This is one of the few times they did not help him. And as this was going to be a massive hit, Booker at full speed, and you had Purdy who had stopped.
Gets beat inside. That's the one area where you can't. If you're going to get beat with him rushing around you, but he's got a direct path at Matt.
What a great push and effort by Carter. I just love that.
Line up a defensive tackle, which means that he came all the way downfield to drop that shoulder into Estime. Oh, and that's a lot of shoulder, folks.
You know, honestly, I feel like there's just not a lot of tempo with this Detroit offense right now.
Swing. And that was as clean as they get. Well, I said it earlier.
And he's been so disruptive. He reads it, comes down the line, and then turns on the Jets.
He's got some speed.
For Vance Joseph over the last few years. Watch him. He's so sudden. He's so quick. And this time just does a good job of just getting his arms up.
Against, he said Eric Weddle, Luke Kuechly, Bobby Wagner, the three guys that always know what they're trying to run.
So good about this front. Not only can they rush the passer, but they play the run just as stout, if not better. And it was very interesting talking to Mike McDonald about last week. See your third and fourth read with those guys coming at you.
The ball back and not allowing San Francisco with the way they've exploded on offense here tonight.
Because of the quickness and a negative yardage play for the Packer defense.
He's going to look to the left, and this is why.
Houston coming at him.
Coming there on the edges. And just wins a nice spin move back to the inside, and great coverage on the back end.
Jomo on Edwards, but it's everybody else too. Look at the pocket just collapse. There's nowhere for Josh to step up.
To the 36, losing 9 on the sack.
Well, he's just one-on-one right in the middle, and he's able to get through, swims around to the outside.
Chance for Hampton right there, but they are so fast across the board, even the big guys up.
Yeah, you're going to see right here Josh Johnson just dropping back, and Jadeveon Clowney's going to get the sack, but this is coverage, tight coverage.
So this is actually like a sack that's a fumble almost, because I don't think he was throwing it. He just gets hit, and the ball goes.
Well, you did bring that up, and watch how the pocket collapses, but keep your eyes upfield as well. There's nobody open. There's coverage all over, and so as he's stepping up.
You just got to be able to get outside on these blocks. Jonah Jackson that time, you knew.
Many guys in the backfield didn't allow Saquon to get anywhere to the second level. Now he's got to make someone miss in the backfield. That time he stops his feet.
Yeah, they run a stunt here, and they're able to free up Leonard Floyd, who comes inside, and just a great job. So we saw
they had before at the top. Here's Hunt. Very similar to how they got pressure on Hurts.
They're going to keep the offense out there.
Yeah, so watch here off the right side. This is called speed to power. Hines Allen just takes him
out there on the right side. Here he is. You're going to see him lift the hands up and off, come around.
Just watch how quickly Jordan Brooks, he's going to get in there. He reads it so fast that nobody could touch him. Cade Otton is supposed to be touching him and blocking him. He doesn't get there. He tries to chip him, and instead, to Bradley Chubb's credit, right? He has been playing well all season, plays the run very well, and this is what I like about him. He retraces. Retracing means.
Watch, he's going to go ahead and use his hands and just throw Robinson. And he's turned
pass option with Achane, and he was trying to flip it to Dulcich. You see 85 right there. He tried to flip it there, and
right.
That was looked like Yaya Diaby making a nice play.
With a third down stop.
Now let's look at this side of the line. You're getting decent penetration there.
Look at all the guys that are up. So you're going to make everybody count that. But how many guys actually come? There's only 4 rushing. But now they're overpowering, right? Calais Campbell. Boy, if he is a beast in the middle right now. Dalvin Tomlinson, when you talk about guys who are going to get pressure on Joe Burrow.
It's 3rd down, and it looks like this is going to be a 21-point game at the half.
Yeah, Ruke Ororo, he comes up the field, and you see, just collapses it right on Matthew Stafford.
So they show 5 up pressure, and then it's just a simple little loop game. Zaire Franklin, the Mike linebacker.
It's a great job by Mafe of retracing his steps. He gets up to the level of the quarterback.
9, watch the explosiveness by the edge rushers. He just shoots the gap inside, disrupts everything. He's not reading anything. He's heading to the quarterback, and you get the running back along the way.
Gets to the quarterback.
Well, he's looking for Amari DiMercado, and he just runs into coverage. I mean, he's right over the top. There's Jacoby.
And they decide to try and chip on the left side, which is why you move Garrett inside. And then you allocate all the guys, 3 guys basically to him, and that's why right.
Really nice job by Calais Campbell right here. And he gets free late. He's got the double team working. There goes the big swat on Dylan Fairchild, and just that quick.
Him hold the ball. And now he thinks he's got an open receiver out in the flat, but he doesn't. And of course, tries to create. It's a strength of his, and a heck of a job there.
I mean, this is literally just a race to the quarterback. It's like who can get there the fastest. That is a Jared Goff sandwich. The 5th turnover in 3 quarters and 1 play for the Detroit Lions.
Not there, Mr. All-World. They're working against his backup. And Bradley Chubb beats him right around the corner, gets the sack fumble. Quentin Bell gets the recovery. He's dancing. Dolphins dancing. It is all good for the Dolphins right now. What a play, Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb, who missed last season with the torn ACL. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler.
That was unbelievable by Chase Young, and also Carl Granderson. Those 2 guys in conjunction makes this play because Granderson comes inside, forces Ward to have to get around him, and now Chase Young, who we call runs the hump, comes around from the other side. But the awareness, CD, to not only be able to come away with the sack, but to take the football away from Cam Ward. You're seeing it here. He comes on the outside for Dan Moore Jr. You're thinking you're doing a good job. I'm running him up past the quarterback. But because of Granderson, it forces Ward outside the pocket. For Cam Ward there.
You see him tagged right there, number 53. And he just beats the tight end off the ball. He takes an inside move. He's right there to help make a play. They got outside help as well.
No, I'm not falling. I'm not going to be in that picture.
I got it. No, you don't.
Oh, they're going to run that down every time from the backside. It looked like they had some sort of an RPO on the back. That ball has to come out. A lot of times you do not know where that pressure is coming from.
Great defensive play. There you go. But this is the one that matters here.
Jason Pierre-Paul with 16.5 sacks in a season.
Burns is going to be lined up off the ball over to the other side, and watch how he twists around, and he gets right up the middle coming from the right. He's lined up right on the edge here, and Tucker is going to come around, and he sees it. Watch, he starts to spin because he's like, if I keep going on this path, Carter's just going to...
Sacks, they're last in the league, but at least they're batting down a few passes out here to set up this 3rd down. And boy, they could really use a little bit more pressure, especially on Caleb Williams, one of the...
Watch what happens in here. Jonah Williams, 54, Granderson, 96. And then here comes Demario Davis. See that? That's an offensive lineman that actually knocked down Cam Ward because of the pressure that the Saints put on the offensive line, knocked them back.
In the first half, they've got some young talent, a lot of high draft picks, first rounders, especially on this defense. And Hines Allen on one side, Walker on the other. And
beginning of this play, he's going to try and give some help, and that doesn't allow him to kick out fast enough to Wanham, who forces Darnold to step up, comes back around to secure the sack. Just a great play by Wanham, pure effort.
Because there was a big opening right there. Watch Booker, who really has been coming on. He was out with a knee injury until week 9, and everybody thinks that he could be.
I have to think the secondary played well on this one, Jason.
They did. It rotated the safety down late, went man and covered everybody up. And that's just, you have to force the quarterback to hold on to the ball to be able to get any pressure.
Strength play by Jonah Williams. Watch, because Ward's ready to take off and go. And with one arm, gets to a thigh and a leg and gets him on the deck because
Yaya Diaby is their best pass rusher. You're going to see him go up and under. So fluid, so quick. Beats Patrick Paul like a drum right off the snap. There was no chance for Quinn Ewers, and that's the intensity I'm talking about from the defense. That's not a special call by Todd Bowles. There's nothing there.
Miles Murphy coming from the right side. Works upfield, and then once he breaks inside across, he just tracks Jacoby Brissett right down.
And another third down problem.
Remember, we've got Amarius Mims on the sideline with the shin injury. Does Cody Ford?
Those are just standing right here. Everyone can see him, and they're all pointing at him. All the defenders are like, hey, there's Dulcich sitting out there.
Put that shoulder into the legs of Travion Henderson.
Yes, they've been running some downhill man duos. This time they decide to pull the left guard Nelson on a little more of a power play.
As Mike Morris is there defensively.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. They're both going to go this way, and there's clearly just some form of miscommunication because it doesn't look like Hubbard is actively. Roseboom just shakes the offensive guard, gets into the backfield, and grabs onto the leg. Coaches during the week, he works with the offensive line, the outside linebackers coach every third.
And rush, but good coverage. Watch, it's just four guys. They're not blitzing, but they do a nice job of rushing under control and staying on the same level as Malik Willis. They don't give him an escape route. Do is try to run. Watch as this route develops. They give him a run-pass option. All three receivers are blanketed in the end zone.
Let's take a look here as they get the hand up.
No, it's the shoulder. That's why there was no face mask call.
Great all year long at being able to buy extra time. As you said, he kind of led to that tripping by sneaking out of the pressure. Thought he was going to do it right there, and Autry able to reach in and knock the football out. He's able to get back on it, keep them alive, and all kinds of crazy things happening with the football right now. Away from him, but you're going to see Tony Jefferson come from this backside, left side of the offensive line on the blitz. Able to chase down Marks from the backside with good penetration up front. Perfectly timed blitz call. Now the big play right here, obviously, for both sides, but for the Chargers, got to really find a way to get the ball into the end zone.
The unsung heroes on this defensive front. Aiden Hutchinson gets so much of the attention, but in a lot of cases on third down, it's Al-Quadin Muhammad, former New Orleans Saint, bounced around, resurrected his career here, and has had a phenomenal year.
Al-Quadin Muhammad, who has just had...
Yeah, so if you watch Alex Anzalone here, they do this a lot with Jack Campbell and Alex Anzalone. They run these stunts inside with those guys to the QB.
Yeah, this is a great job right here. You're going to see it just slipping off this spot and continuing to chase. Excellent. They got a little trick play going. Treylon Burks comes off, and he's going to be looking down the field, but there's nowhere to go. This is excellent discipline by the Dallas defense. He tries to do what he can to get back to a positive gain, but again, it's the discipline by the Cowboys defense, knowing that shots like this are going to come in a game where they have nothing to lose. They're going to empty their bag. They're going to...
It's not today's price.
Yeah, but just watch. We're going to see this again. It's coverage in the back end, creating time for that pass rush.
Washington.
Let's take a look at this hit right here. That's going to be fine, but Washington uses the timeout, and I like this timeout from Washington to give them a chance to maybe do something. We've seen it so often throughout this year. Well, we're going to see Johnny Newton, but this is really good coverage down the field. It's just the effort coming off that block at the last second.
Got 6'5", long, traditional over-the-top delivery quarterback. Gets so many balls batted